Hi, and welcome to What Do You Think? I am Sheryl Atkins, your host, a parent, an educational attorney, and a seasoned litigator. Next to me is my husband of 25 years, William Atkins.
Hi, I'm William Atkins. I'm a lifelong educator and your content administrator.
So, in this series, we will watch educational videos and offer our reactions, thoughts, and insights. Today's speaker is Rita Pierson, and Ms. Pierson is going to talk about the importance of relationship building in the classroom. So, let's take a listen.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships.
This video is, I think, about 30 years old. And I don't think they, 30 years ago, they probably didn't speak about relationship building in the classroom. But I will say today, in 2023, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Relationship building in the classroom is a big thing now. I think educators understand the importance of relationship building. It supports instruction. It supports the school climate and the school culture. So I would say maybe back then it wasn't a big thing, but now I believe that it really is.
Yeah.
James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, kids don't learn from people they don't like.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yes, indeed.
And I would add that before kids care about what you know, they want to know that you care.
Yeah.
So, she's right on point with this one. Let's watch on.
She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear.
True. Very
Needless
true.
to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock.
Yeah.
And just to interject real quick, kids want to know that you have interest in their day and how their weekend went. When you ask them, hey, how'd your weekend go? How was your holiday? Or did you win or lose the game you played in on Saturday? I was trying to get by to see you, or maybe go by and see them and watch them actually play. But, kids want to know that you have an interest in their life. Because they certainly have an interest in yours. They want to know if you're married. They want to know how many kids you have. They want to know the name of your kids. They want to know too much. You don't necessarily tell them everything, but it's relationship building. So I'm gonna stop talking and hit play again.
I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. and I got back and looked at that teacher edition, I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pierson. You were so excited. We just let you go.
What do you think, Sheryl?
Well, math is not my strong suit either, so I understand. But yeah, I mean, kids, they want to be forgiving. They want to be loving. They want to, understand. And the more the teachers can relate to their children, the more the child is going to perform academically.
But
so
the kids,
she's right on point.
They gave her a pass. The kids gave her a pass.
Yeah, they gave her a pass.
They gave her a pass because if they didn't like her, they would have blew her up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time?
Can you just see her sitting around, whether she's in the schoolhouse or not in the schoolhouse, and actually thinking about these things?
Yeah.
I can see it. Like you could tell. It's really, when she's saying, I thought so hard, I believe that she really did.
Oh, yeah, I believe it too, yeah.
You know who she reminds me of? Our aunts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students. They put us all together so we could show everybody
Make
else
them feel
how
special,
to do it.
right?
Yeah.
One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise. You just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. Oh, yeah. And they said, yeah.
You can tell she's been to church a few times.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
she's probably Baptist.
She's moving that audience.
You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pierson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all.
Encouragement.
Yeah.
You want to encourage
I
them.
said, and when we review this, won't you do better?
And you want to
said,
review.
yes, ma'am.
So the kid bombed the test, and you don't want to break the kid's
Spirit.
Mm-hmm. But she understood the need to review, right?
Yeah.
So when kids don't meet success on something, a lot of times we as educators need to be reflective, because if they didn't get it right, maybe it's something we need to reteach, right?
Yeah.
So she mentioned the word review, reteach it.
Ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said I ain't all bad. For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess to review, go on home visits in the afternoon, buy combs and brushes and peanut butter and crackers to put in her desk drawer for kids that needed to eat, and a washcloth and some soap for the kids who didn't smell so good. See, it's hard to teach kids who stink.
Yeah, so it's obvious that her and her mother have a love for young people, and I think that's needed in the schoolhouse. Everybody can't be Miss Walker, be Miss Pierson. The way I am is the way I am. The way I show love and compassion for kids isn't going to look the way that Miss Pierson showed it when she was teaching. But kids know if you care about them.
Yeah.
Kids know if you don't care about them without you ever saying a word. And so I think I chose this video because I think relationship building, although it wasn't a big thing back in 1994, it's huge now in schools.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose it. What are your thoughts? Would you want her to teach Would you want Miss Pierson to teach your children?
Yeah, definitely. I would want her to teach my children.
Why?
And I think that, when you have compassion for children, like you said, it just kind of emanates from you. And they understand that this is a safe place. This is somebody that cares about me.
Right.
And I will grow and learn and just feel nurtured. And she just demonstrates that. So no matter what your style is, as you were saying, it's just expressing that feeling that kids just pick up from you, from your body language and your words.
Right.
I think it's hugely important.
Right. So, Sheryl, we watched the video. We chose this video because we love Ms. Pierson. We express our views, our thoughts, our reflections, but that's what we think. Mm-hmm. The question is, the viewers, we want you guys to comment, subscribe, and like. What do you think about the video? Sheryl?
Absolutely. And also, you can further contact with us on raisinggreatnessbooks.org, our website. There you can access our books and also connect with us on social media. Until next time, raise greatness.